play it. And these teams, and none of these teams have ever played the game before. And it
was quite entertaining to watch.
Yeah, your goal is each team has a guardian, and your goal is to kill the other team's guardian. But there's multiple ways you could do this, multiple avenues you can take. In that map that they showed on that video is a map we didn't play. We played a desert one. But the best thing about this game is not how it plays. It's not really a MOBA. It has that kind of a feel, but it doesn't at the same time. It feels a lot more action-based, a lot more action-oriented, a lot more entertaining than your standard MOBA. It is third-person from behind your character. And... Or was it first-person? No, it was third-person, that's right.
Third-person, yep.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like a Team Fortress kind of deal? Kind of?
I would say it's kind of like Team Fortress meets...
Smite.
Smite.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Smite.
Me
Yeah.
Smite is a good way to put it. It has that feel, but how they developed the characters was to fit every gamer's playstyle. If you're a first-person shooter fan or shooter fan, they have a whole row of classes, characters, heroes, I should say, that fit that playstyle. They play just like a shooter does. They have another row of classes that fit if you're an MMO player that play that exact same way. And everyone starts at level 1. And as you play the game, and depending on how you do in the match, you level up. And when you're dead, you can assign skill points to change your character to how you want to play it. And if you reach level 10, the maximum, you can then essentially max out your character to how you want to play it. I did that once on the second game. By the way, I was the kill leader in both games. Just saying.
You did get the best character, let's be honest.
Yeah, I had HK. Which is the robot with the machine gun. His special, he has one of the things he does. He can ground himself into and turn himself into a turret. So I sit there, and there's these points where you can summon these minor guardians, these creatures, to help you, and they do different things. They'll heal you. They'll ping enemies on the map. They'll do all kinds of things to help you out. Well, I would go to a healer, and I would go to defend it against the other team. And I root myself as that turret, and I put points into it to make it stronger. And I would sit there and mow them down as they were coming at me, while the guardian behind me was healing me. They couldn't touch me. So
yeah,
it was
really cool.
Yeah, the whole thing. And I'm getting a massive echo from somebody.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah, me
I
too.
think that might be from Chuck. But basically, no matter what your playstyle is, there is a role for you. If you play a healer in an MMO, there's a class in there, a character, that plays just like a healer in an MMO. And they have all kinds of oddball classes they're adding in the future, different guardians. It's a wickedly fun game. It's going to be very popular in the esports world, I can tell you that right now. They are currently in alpha, and the game already looks very, very polished. We did find bugs periodically while playing, but that's going to be expected. We are doing an official Ninja Monkeys review on this game in the distant future. Well, not too distant future, probably next couple months. We'll have an official review for it, but I can tell you right now that it most likely will be a very positive review. I'm trying to get as many hosts as I can to get involved in this review. It's exciting, and what about you, Chuck? What did you think?
Man, I don't even know where to start on this game. So, I've watched a few videos, and I get to play Roland, who, anybody that knows the Dark Tower series can't help but see a correlation between the character of Roland, who I played with, who's got this, I don't know if you'd call it like an old school Mayflower gun, as I used to call them, the buckshot ones that they came over with the Mayflower on that you used to kill the turkeys with. But he's got this massive looking gun. And he's kind of a mid-range character. And it was just absolutely amazing to watch this character go around, team up with everybody, taking control points, shooting people. And the great part is you get to level it up the way you wanted to. It was just unbelievable to play this game, as you can attest.
Yeah. It was hands down the game of the show for us. I mean, when we played it on Saturday, we were sitting there after we got done talking to the developers, and I actually have a whole bunch of notes here about it. They actually described it as Team Fortress 2 meets MOBA. PvP 5v5, guardian, summon creatures, do different things, ping enemies, heal, stamina radicals and health radicals on your screen that shows you. Let me see here. They wanted to put pull shooters with magic in a seamless environment. So if you played fantasy games, you played shooters, you played role-playing games, you play MOBAs, it's going to be a seamless encounter for you, and it's going to be balanced all the way around. Like I said, it's definitely going to be focused on the esports, and your bananas are killing me here.
Yeah. I really like the art behind it, and I like how they showed and showcased how they were making the art. It really reminds me of that cell shading. Really reminds me of Zelda, Wind Waker, and then the future games like Borderlands with the whole. I love cell shading art. And
Yeah, I was gonna say
it looks visually stunning to me, so I'm looking forward to it.
The cool thing about cell shading, even though it uses very vibrant color scheme, which is the whole purpose behind cell shading, is it does have a cartoony style to it, but the way that it's animated is very, very smooth and seamless.
I agree. I was watching a video too, and I really wish I would have tried this fox. You saw the fox in that video you just showed? And this fox, it was just amazing. He's got this like geyser that comes up, and he's got these sniper shots, and he can create a whole duplicate of himself. The thing I love about this game so much is if you have your own playstyle, you could pick any character that fits that playstyle. If you want to be a sniper, if you want to go close up and do melee damage, they've got a really fast character that looks like a bird that you saw in that video. They've got mid-range characters like what I was using, and then they've got it helped me with this, Joe. Like the last 4 characters were almost like in works in progress. Like they told everybody to stay away from them. We haven't really designed them yet.
Yeah, they were works in progress, like the frog.
Yeah, the frog, the kung fu frog.
Yeah. They're in there. I noticed 4 other spaces where that were empty. Where I'm guessing they're planning to add more characters in the near future. So, which is something that could happen. They didn't tell us what kind of pay scale, if it's going to be a free-to-play or buy-to-play style game. We'll know more about that in the future as they release it further.
Now, what about the gear and stuff? Like, I really love the artwork, definitely, like James was saying, but also their gear. I love the way their gear was hanging on them and just how they looked. Does that change as you level, or?
As of right now, no.
Mm-mm.
No,
that's fine. I like it anyway.
The things. What happens is you get skill points as you level up, and those skill points you can assign to one of your 4 abilities. Each character has 4 main abilities that you use, and you can assign to change those in 2 different tiers. But also every 3 levels, I believe it was 3, 6, 9, or 3, 6, 9, and yeah, you get to put a passive on your character. And they had every character had a special ability with the F key. That after you built it up, you could do this massive ability. Like my guy would sit there and launch rockets or missiles everywhere, and just kind of scatterball the place. And you can actually build on that too to change that up, or make it go where you gain more special, or have more health, or have more stamina, that kind of thing.
I mean, it's like having at least 12 characters that play totally differently. And what's really awesome is each character can be fine-tuned to your play style. So when I was playing Roland the first time I played, I upgraded his main, gun from a single shot to like a triple shot. So boom, 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 and this thing just goes right off, and you're going mid-range with these guys, going toe-to-toe. So second time, one of the devs says, "Hey, you should really try the other upgrade." He goes, "It shoots straighter, longer, with more damage." So I did that, and you can almost go part sniper with them. So you can almost change your playstyle with each character on top of that. So multiply the 12 characters they have. I mean, it's just unbelievably cool. And everybody has 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th power-ups, which is really amazing.
They didn't say anything about getting gear, possibly adding gear to your characters in the future to change your stats. Hopefully, we won't know that because, like I said, it's early alpha. We'll see as the game progresses. We're going to definitely keep an eye on this game, for sure. And we'll talk to you guys more about it in the future. As of right now, the best booth of PAX East had to go to Wargaming. They had an incredible booth, and they took up a very large space right when you came into the showroom floor. Very dominating presence. We're going to be talking a lot about Wargaming in a little bit. We got a lot of info from them. We got to sit down with their designers and really talk to them more in depth about tanks coming out for Xbox One. Tanks Generals, a new TCG game they're coming out with. We got to see them play that as well, and as well as more on warships. We got to see more in detail about that. We got some exciting news about warships coming up as well on the show. So Wargaming's booth was our best booth of PAX. Now, our indie game of the show. I scoured the indie area. You can ask Chuck. I was all over that place, looking for some games that grabbed my attention, that were not a side-scroller clone, not a Minecraft clone, but actually had something interesting to show. And me and John actually found this game that won the indie game at the very last hour of PAX East. And this game that won indie game of the show goes to Legends of Eisenwald. Legends of Eisenwald is basically kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics meets every other RPG out there. It's actually a very fascinating strategy / role-playing game. Now, I do have a trailer for this one as well. I'm going to go ahead and play this as well. Once I get it queued up. And it went early.
Wow.
I'm going to roll film right now, actually. Now that it's
Yeah,
already
let's
decided once the queue.
let's roll the tape since it's all ready.
Now, this game is launched, and it was apparently launched April of 2013, but they had a strong showing at PAX East and definitely deserved to have the award for Best Indie, because they were the most innovative indie that I saw out there. Well, not the most innovative. I can't say that, because we actually have the most innovative game of PAX, which we'll get into next, and this one's going to be kind of mind-blowing to you guys, honestly, because it's different. But Legends of Eisenwald was very impressive. We're going to have the designer on our show to interview, probably in the next couple episodes. We are reviewing this game officially next episode 11, so stay tuned for that. It'll be myself, Justin, and Chuck will be reviewing this game. We've been playing it. I have enjoyed myself so far. It is a little confusing at some points, though.
I'm having fun with it.
Yeah, I'm definitely
I'm
having
still
fun
doing
with
the
it, though.
prologue though, so I'm not far in it.
I chose the Mystic. Which one did you guys pick?
Mystic.
I went with the chick with the bow and arrow myself.
Oh, okay.
I named her Mogina. She just picks people off from a distance.
I can start on the night, Joe. I'll start on that one for the review.
The knight? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can start on him.
All right. Yeah, John said that he went knight because he was there with me when we talked to the designer who lost his voice. It was hilarious. Poor guy. Talked to so many
Poor
people.
guy.
It definitely looks good because I'm a big Final Fantasy fan and I like the Final Fantastic or Tactics ones.
Hmm.
So it definitely looks like something worth definitely playing.
Yeah, I'd highly recommend it. It's a fun game, and we're gonna, like I said, an official review coming up next week. We have a lot of games to review. I had a lot of developers give me copies of their game to review over on the show, and a few of the staff members as well. So we will be doing that throughout the coming weeks and months, reviewing these different games. A lot of them we're gonna be talking about here on the show tonight. All right, so guys. That was the indie game of the show. I sent them off their graphic, congratulating him on his reward. He actually also got Best of Show, I believe. I think it was Best of Show from Curse Gaming.
Yes, I believe so. Pull up that the email real quick.
Well done. Now, the next one, guys, the most innovative of PAX East. Now, the most innovative is my favorite award because it shows innovative thinking on the part of the developer, and this usually goes to an indie in most cases. And this one is not your typical game, and I'm doing my air quotes here, because this game is built for the Oculus. And this is completely designed to make you relax. And the greatest thing about it is it actually works. I was stressed out on Sunday, dead tired, and the developer of it kindly let me cut in the line ahead of everybody else and sit down and try it. And for that 5 minutes, I was completely mind-blowingly relaxed. I got up out of it, and I was calm. I was happy. It was phenomenal. And this is called Guided Meditation. And it's a game built for Oculus Rift that will be coming out when Oculus launches this year. That is... you basically get to travel to up to 40 to 50 different locations, beaches all across the world that you experience. And there's a lady that talks to you in your earphones, that texts to your ears, so how to breathe, how to relax. And it is the most peaceful thing I've ever experienced in a video game environment. And the reason why it's a game is just because it's an interactive environment. Guided meditation is really cool. I really highly recommend it when it does come out for the Oculus, which I will be buying one, by the way. I did 2 or 3 games on it, and I love that thing. It's so much
Hey,
fun.
Joe, can I ask you a question?
No.
I gotta ask you about this. So,
Yeah.
was there a part of you that was scared that while you were in this relaxing, like, I don't know, like Monk's Temple or whatever, that somebody was, like, some giant zombie was going to scream out and go, ah, like they do in all those videos that you watch?
He probably would have gave me a heart attack, because that's how relaxed I was. On your screen is screenshots, basically, of some of the environments that you go to. Beaches. I went to this one right here. This is the Yokosuka Garden, which is like a dojo, which was very relaxing to me. And I could hear the sounds of the environment, the birds, the wind, like the creek, the whole 9 yards. Wickedly cool. And so mad props to Cubicle Ninjas for that. They deserve it. Very awesome idea, and I look forward to actually getting that. It's going to be nice to be able to relax after my long days.
Well, what's interesting with that, Joe, I have an anxiety attacks, and they make you go through the same thing in therapy.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of curious to see how this will help people that have anxiety attacks and certain stress problems.
Right, exactly. The gentleman I was talking to is the lead designer for it, and he's the one that came up originally with the idea, and then Cubicle Ninjas picked it up and built further on it. And they're designing it for that kind of the situation, people who have anxiety issues, who have problems going to sleep at night, insomnia, that kind of thing, to put them in that relaxed state. 15 minutes with that game, 15-20 minutes, and you're good to go. Is basically their whole concept on it. Now,
Definitely
games...
gonna have to get...
But that's a great point, Stephanie. Great games that are able to help people in that nature is definitely worth a mention in my book.
Definitely. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for them to get that out the door. I mean, for sure. And then to people's homes, definitely.
Yeah, they had a good showing, and I was really happy with it. I'm trying to find the name of the card. Oh, yeah, here it is. Josh. Josh Farkas. He was a great guy, really passionate about this title, and I'm going to be getting it when I get the Oculus. I'm buying the Oculus, by the way. I'm convinced.
Yeah.
You've already made that decision.
I'm-
That's
That's
the
the platform you're going with.
He did talk about porting it to the other VR headsets, like the Sony, that kind of thing. It will be. He did talk to Sony, and they're going to be trying to get it into the Sony PlayStation platform when they get their VR headset out. So you'll have all of that to go look forward to. All right, guys. Next award goes to the most beautiful game of PAX East, the best graphics that I saw. I got to play Final Fantasy 15.
Yes.
And it
The first
was...
chapter of it released too, didn't it?
Huh?
The first chapter of it released too, didn't it?
No.
Didn't they bring that out too? I
No.
thought they were supposed.
But the game was stunningly beautiful. I mean, mind-blowingly pretty. It was stunning. And it's going to be a interesting Final Fantasy. It definitely plays different than what you're used to in the Final Fantasy realm. It's more action-based this time. It's definitely a game to watch out. If you're a Final Fantasy fan, it's definitely one to look for in the coming future. It's going to be
I'm looking
a
forward
good
to it.
game. Yeah. We actually
I've
played...
never,
What, Steph?
I said I've never been disappointed with a Square Enix or Squaresoft game, so.
Well, they're Square Enix now.
Oh, whichever.
They used to
I've
be
been
Squaresoft.
disappointed, but
No.
The last Final Fantasy games that were not the MMO were fantastic.
yeah, that is true.
They were a little
MMO
bit-
wasn't too bad though. Could have been better.
Of course, the last was it Final Fantasy 13?
That was not the MMO. Yes, 13 would be the last one.
That one was too linear. It was beautiful.
Yes.
A beautiful game, a lot of fun, great concept in the combat, but way too linear. They had you on rails the entire way.
I lost track of Final Fantasies after like 3 or 4.
Mhm.
Like we very well could see Final Fantasy like 172 in a couple of years. Regardless, great franchise, huh?
Right. And because VR was such a big thing at PAX East this year, I went ahead and put a category in for Best VR. And I know that John, Quick Kick in chat over here, will be able to attest to this. For my choice for Best VR goes to Pollen. Pollen is a virtual reality exploration puzzle game, which will be coming out for PC in 2D or standard 3D as well. So you can play it on normal if you want, but it's mainly built for the VR experience. It's an exploration puzzle game, and the whole premise behind it is you're up in a space station in an alternate reality. So the time is actually 1955, but you're up in a space station, and everyone in that station has disappeared, and you're up there to figure out why. And it is creepy. There's creepy elements to it, and they guaranteed you that you're gonna freak out at certain points. It does get scary at times, and when you're in that VR environment, it feels like you're there. It's so freaking weird.
So it's like
I was watching-
essentially the VR version of the movie Event Horizon.
Yes, that's how it
Awesome.
felt.
That's gonna be good,
And
yeah.
it felt like I was inside of it. It was weird, and I was waiting. I opened a door, and like, if something jumped out at me, I'm gonna die right here, right now.
I'm
in the
gonna
middle
get
of PAX
sucked out.
East.
I'm not gonna be able to breathe. This is crazy.
'Cause
Why
had
am
the
I opening this
headphones
door
on.
again?
Well, I had this.
Watch out for the triples.
I had the controller in my hand. I could feel the buttons just fine, but that's all I could do because I had the mask on. Because all I was seeing was this world around me. I look up. I'm looking around at this world. I have the headphones on, so all I heard was this world, and I was in that world, and it was so awesome. Like we talked about last episode, this is definitely going to be. Was it 1955? I thought it was 19. It was not 1985. It was 1955.
I just remember watching you guys play darts on it
Yes.
and walk around and pick up things. It was crazy cool to watch.
I watched John do that. He got the last appointment of the night at 6 o'clock, right when PAX was closing on Sunday. They let him go on there and play. He was picking up the darts, and the first time he did it, it just plopped like a limp dart right to the ground. It was hilarious. But watching me try to play basketball on that was even more funny. It was,
Oh boy.
yeah. There's a
that
there was a gym in
With
there.
a controller though, or
Yeah, with a controller.
okay.
Because the VR headset's all about where you look. And the
Right.
cool thing is, one of the cool things I thought was awesome is that there was like these points where you could read stuff on the wall or look at like this old, what do you call those machines where you can see the newspapers
Oh,
digitally?
no, this.
But anyway,
the name-
Yeah.
if you moved your head closer to your screen, it would zoom in as if you were leaning into the environment.
Cool.
So it was also based on how you moved your head, not just left, right, up, and down, but going in and out also affected the environment. So it was awesome. We're definitely going to be talking about them in the future. They said they are releasing as soon as Oculus Rift or another VR headset comes out, because they're ready for release. They're just waiting for those headsets to come out. Awesome game, and there is a trailer for it actually.
Ooh, let's trailer it up.
Yeah, I'm getting to the site right now.
I'm not gonna use that one again.
Yeah, please don't. That just sounded awful.
This is from their press kit, so I'm going right into the press kit site. Here we go.
I'm gonna stick with let's roll the tape.
Yeah.
Let me get to the right place. No, there we go. There we are. That's how it's like.
It's a bee.
And that is pollen. Very cool concept. I look forward to seeing it when it comes out, especially when it comes out for Oculus Rift. It's gonna be fun.
Wait, so I wasn't sure. Are you the bee?
No,
Okay.
no, the bee is just the concept of it. Something has something to do with bees and Mars. That's all I know. I wasn't paying too much to the story as much as being in the experience of the environment. So, yeah.
Awesome. I mean, it looked visually stunning. I would love to have that on a VR headset. So
Yeah.
definitely looking forward to it. I want a VR headset. I don't care which one it is. I just want to do it.
Right?
I want it. I want
That's
it
what I'm
on
saying.
right now.
Give me those VR headsets. All
Yeah,
right, so
sponsor us and give us VR headsets.
I'll take an Oculus right now. Bring it.
I would.
Stephanie being very demanding.
I want an Oculus so I could be.
I have mixed feelings about VR.
I want
still.
to listen. If you developers, if you are listening right now, I want an Oculus Rift headset. That way, I could test your VR game. See, I'll be your beta tester for free.
and review and promote it.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Review and promote.
I wish this was Oprah Winfrey. We'd all get one for free.
And you get
an
a
Oculus
VR.
headset.
And you get a
an Oculus
VR.
headset.
So if
And
you're
we all get a VR. Look
So-
underneath your seat.
guys, on a serious note, if you guys want to send us a VR headset, please email us at nmgamingshow@gmail.com. Thank you. All right, so moving on. Other games that we found interesting with a lot of potential at PAX East was one of them was Utheros. It's an MMORPG. Now, the cool thing about this MMO that I found interesting was how it is developed for the guild environment. It's all about building your guild, and your guilds actually can get an actual plot of land and build your guild halls. Design it however you want to design it, either with pre-cut templates or by custom designing them.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
The more people you get, the bigger the guild hall will become. Here's the best part of this, James. Is that the bigger your guild hall becomes, NPCs will start flocking to your guild hall and create a village around you.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Come to my village.
And
Can
it's
you
all
charge the NPCs taxes?
yeah. And you can even create your own quests from NPCs that come to your village.
I think we have a game, guys, that when it goes live, we need to play it.
Yes,
and
we
grow a
definitely-
guild.
I am talking to them right now about getting into the alpha so that we can review it. It looked very exciting. Now, the MMO playstyle is very generic, you know, a lot like World of Warcraft, which isn't bad. But the guild system is incredible. It really, really is. And they said there's even things that events will occur if your guild gets really huge. Like you'll have goblins actually come into your village, and they'll work with you for a while until they decide they want to take over, and they'll start attacking from within. So your guild has to beat them back and get rid of them. Also,
those crafty little goblins.
other guilds can siege your guild halls, but they have to wait 12 hours before they can attack you. In the meantime, your guild can attack them. And what he said was really cool is that when a guild comes to attack your guild, everyone in your guild gets an email that you're under siege.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like, hey, boss, I gotta go home. I'm sick.
Right? I am a little sick here.
I got PAX Box.
Got Paxbox.
It's awesome.
So that's a really awesome idea. I do have a trailer for it.
Yay.
Awesome.
Let me find it because the image that I posted didn't have it right.
Oh no.
This is gonna be like Clash of Clans meets World of Warcraft.
Sounds
Squared.
like it.
Squared.
Now this is a small indie developer doing this, and they're
Yeah.
doing a really good job.
Sounds very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got it. Here we go.
Cool. Let's roll that tape.
Let me get to the right point. There we go. Now the graphics do look a little dated in that trailer, but the game that I saw at PAX did not look. It looked much better than this.
Just for clarification, was that a naked elf in the woods fighting a fire, and orcs doing calisthenics.
It looked like it, didn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You
My kind of game then.
you can do whatever you want.
That yeah, but honestly though, the social aspect is what really, really intrigued me about this game. It's definitely one to watch. It was
It
definitely
looks like a
Huh?
type of game that actually promotes the RP aspect in an RPG.
That's
so.
what they were explaining to me as their goal.
Mhm.
I was talking to the lead designer on that project as well, and he wanted to really promote the RP in the RPG, and wanted to build that guild environment. Like he was explaining that when you go into a tavern, as you drink and you play games in the tavern, you gain bonuses by sitting there for the longer you're in the tavern. So there's a lot of that going on in that game. It's going to be one to watch. That's UTHEROUS, Eutheros.com. Check it out. It's going to be cool. It's still early alpha. Another one that I got a chance to take a look at and was demonstrated to me was one called Life is Feudal. This game is definitely one of those taxing games, as Justin can contest to. It takes a while to get anywhere or to build up in this game. It really takes a lot of time in game to do things, but it's based off of that medieval realism is what they're going for, and it's another MMO, and I do have a trailer for this one as well, and we are going to be reviewing this.
MMO yet.
Huh?
It's not MMO yet.
Not MMO, but
Not
that's
in
their
the
goal
truth.
to get there.
Yeah, that's their final goal.
I talked to a lot of the devs there as well. I'm going to go ahead and roll film. And I forgot
Roll
to
it again!
Alright, that's Life is Feudal. The cool thing, now there's a lot of really cool things about this game. It was a contender for Best Indie, because it is an indie developer. But the cool thing about it is 100% terraform, which means you have complete control of the environment. By mining, building, eventually you'll be able to have your own servers up, or go into a server, and play with multiple people, and actually build your village, your town, your city together. by mining, by farming, by actually building the buildings, everything about it. They wanted to give, as they told me, the authentic medieval experience in a
Yeah,
game
they definitely
environment.
give you that.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
Minus the wildlife. The wildlife's not really there yet.
No, it's still early in the game development as well.
I'm curious how deep you can dig into the ground. Like, can you be like dwarfs and like get all these tunnels and make Morty out of there, or like
The
what's the
interesting
deal?
thing about
I'm
this,
sure you could.
well, I know
It
you
would
can dig.
just take months.
Yeah, it'd probably take you months, if not years. It's a very time-consuming game. The thing about it that was interesting is that they wouldn't let anybody play the game at PAX because it was too detailed. They said it took too long for people to get used to the controls to allow them to play it at PAX. It would have taken an hour minimal per person. They wouldn't be able to show it properly. So they actually had developers showing the game there, playing it, and letting us see it.
Right.
They
Yeah.
got some 2 nights there. And they were taking pictures of everybody. They had boars' heads everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it was beautiful to look at, but then you were just kind of like, well, I can't really play the game, you know?
I actually have a few friends that have been playing Life is Feudal now for over a month, and they've put together over 200 hours into it. So
Yeah.
they swear by it. They're having a great time playing it. I hear them talk. I don't actually go in the game, but I hear them talking about it all the time. So they're like, "Oh, I need to go, collect my leather that I've been, hanging out to dry so I can make armor." And oh, we're getting raided again. Let's defend. And it looks like a lot of fun.
So
yeah,
was there?
the game's fun. It's just very time consuming.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Chuck, you said that everything about it was beautiful. Well, so was their community manager, Stephanie. I very much enjoyed talking to
Yeah,
her.
you spent a lot of time over there. I couldn't figure out why. Why was that?
I don't know, maybe this British Stephanie?
Oh, she's British.
Oh, the British one.
Yeah, they always get you.
Those bloody Beatles, they get you every time.
So basically, our reviews coming up are going to be starting with next week, Legend of Eisenwald, and we're going to be doing Life is Feudal, the Talos Principle, which is another game that we're going to be doing, Eutheros, hopefully, and we'll be reviewing Gigantic as well. Those are all coming up for you guys in the future. I did have a chance to play Overwatch from Blizzard. Now, I've seen a lot of different sites that were raving about it. Oh, what a wonderful game. I actually got bored. It was fun in the first match, but I saw no reason for me to want to continue playing it after the first match. Seriously, it didn't have that draw for me to want to continue playing it.
The continued draw.
Yeah.
I can kind of see that.
It
I haven't
just
played it yet.
looks too much like Team Fortress 2, but
Yeah.
I couldn't get into it. I know I couldn't get into the game.
What Blizzard's trying to do is they're trying to plow their way into the esports world. That's why they're developing Heroes of the Storm and Overwatch, trying to get their way into it, but they're not doing anything innovative. They're just taking what everyone else has done and just making their own version of it and saying, hey, we're Blizzard, it's going to be good because we're Blizzard, and they're putting it out there. And it's not good. I played Heroes of the Storm at the party, and it was very generic MOBA. It felt like the other MOBAs I've played before. It felt nothing different. So, Blizzard, shame.
I have a beta invite for that game, and I have not yet signed up for Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, I have my beta right here. I got it from the party, and I haven't bothered putting it in yet.
Yeah, it just...
The other thing I want to talk about tonight, guys, before we wrap up the show, because we are almost done with the show, believe it or not. We might go a little bit longer tonight, guys. It's just because this PAX has been so much. Is Wargaming. Wargaming, what a show they put on. I got to meet a lot of the guys I've been talking to for a long time. I got to meet New. He's in charge of their video production. He was there in his long hair. Awesome guy. He was always tired. I got to talk to Gunlion quite a few times. He's much taller than he looks in the videos. With his crazy mohawk. Awesome guy. Really a lot of fun to talk to. I got to talk to quite a few people, actually. TJ, their lead. I got to talk to him. I got to talk to... What is his name? One of the guys that I've been wanting to meet for a long time. I got to meet Kelly, their